Pemberton students, families, faculty, and community members. My name is Bill Adams, and I'm excited and delighted to be your new superintendent. I will be utilizing this format of communication to inform folks of different things that are taking place within our district. And I'll start off this first podcast with some conversations that have been happening at the board level in terms of building and facility projects that we're looking at doing. The first one, for example, is the kitchen project. The fire marshal, as well as the Minnesota Department of Health and the County Department of Health and things of that nature, have consistently informed us that we needed some remedies done in our kitchen to bring everything up to code. And they had essentially kind of given us a free pass over the last couple of years with the understanding that it would eventually be done. This last school year, they've basically said that enough is enough. These updates need to be completed. So we have gone out to INS engineers out of Mankato, I believe, is where they're, yes, out of Mankato, and have gotten some cost estimates from them. And we continue to do work on that process to find out what route we want to do to bring our kitchen up to code. But not only that, to fix some of the other underlying issues that are there that you don't necessarily see with your eyes, but we know they exist. Part of that is the drainage below the floor in the kitchen. This past spring, we had some tiles pop up and basically had Old Faithful shooting up out of the cafeteria, and that needed to be remedied, and it's still an existing problem that we're aware of that we believe needs to be fixed and remedied before we do any updating of the kitchen area. So there's a lot of those conversations that are taking place to update the particular area. Some of the options that we have are just putting a Band-Aid on it to bring everything up to code, or making the right changes there that will make that kitchen compliant for years to come. And at this point, the board is tending to lean in the direction of doing some updates down in that area. The next facility project that we're looking at is the baseball field. For those of you that have been down to that area, you can tell that it's definitely an unsafe area to be playing on. The basic field needs to be completely regraded. We need to add lots of egg lime to that area to bring it to a state in which it's safe for our kids to be playing on. And we're looking at, again, some different projects there where we've involved local contractors to get an idea what it is we need to do to bring that facility up to speed and modernize that somewhat. Not an overwhelming target field approach, but basic high school needs that we have here to make it accommodating for our families and our students and our athletes, so forth and so on. But those are two big projects that we've been working on. With that said, the school year is soon to begin. Our teachers report on Monday, August 27th, which is just around the corner. We have a week full of activities planned for our staff members. On Tuesday evening, we'll be having a JWP staff family picnic where our staff members as well as their families will be enjoying each other's company while enjoying a meal together. And then on Thursday, a big deal for us is that we will all go over to New Richland, Heartland, Ellendale, Geneva Public Schools and engage in a cooperative, professional development opportunity that we definitely feel will benefit from in terms of bettering our practice. This essentially ends my very first podcast. I plan to do this on a monthly basis. That's a plan. It may end up being a quarterly basis, or it may end up being much more frequently. But if you ever have any questions or would like me to highlight anything in particular on a podcast, please feel free to give me a call at any time or drop me an email. My phone number at school is 507-234-5478. Otherwise, my email address is adamsb@jwp.k12.mn.us. This ends our podcast. I want to thank you for taking the time to view it, and I look forward to working with all of you and your children in the very near future. Go Bulldogs!